So, do you have any extra stories for the viewers?
Well, what do you want to know, man? I mean, I have tons of stories, man. Lots of crazy stories from being out here.
We could do just one or two.
Okay. So, actually, I just thought of one. So, I met a friend of mine through actually one of my clients, and this guy, he's a pretty wealthy dude, right? He's 29, has his own business, and actually has multiple businesses. Sold them, he's pretty well off, does his thing. Anyways, he came out in October and he was like, "Hey man, I heard you're like really good with the girls out here. I heard you're really good at throwing parties." And he was like, "I'd love to do one, man. I just got a penthouse. Let's do it at my place." I said, "All right, sure, why not?" So we start kind of like planning this party out, and one of his boys is like, "Hey man, it's my birthday. It was coming up on Halloween." He was like, "My birthday's on Halloween. Let's throw a Halloween party, and I'll pay for the whole thing." So I said, "All right, cool. So I'll just organize it." So what we did was, I've been doing this for a while now, since last year. Is I love just like hosting like these crazy, just like penthouse mansion parties, having insane ratios where it's like 20, 30, 40, 50 girls and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys. So it's just like one guy to three girls, you're sitting there, it's like you're gonna have a great fucking time, right? And so my boy was seeing this and he was like, "Dude, I want to throw one of these." So I was like, "All right, cool, let's organize this." So he actually had an assistant helping me out, but we spent like a good week or two like planning this whole crazy thing out. We had a DJ at this party, we had lights, we had a girl doing costumes for girls for the Halloween party, there was food, open bar, a photographer, a videographer, and then we had like a crazy Halloween sexy costume contest for the girls, right? And when everything was said and done, like you'll see it like on my profile, I think it's like in my highlights, but we literally had, I think it was 150 to 200 girls on a guest list. All the girls were 7.5s and up in terms of attractiveness. And like the majority of them pulled up. And dude, it was just the craziest thing. We literally had 100, 150 girls there at the whole time, like the whole 6 hours of the party was going on. And the whole time we were there was 20 guys. Like it was just insane. So that was a great time. We had, it turns out, I didn't even realize this, but we threw the biggest Halloween party in Medellin for Halloween. And like people still talk about it to this day. Like I was in an Uber coming home from the gym last week, and this guy was asking me like what I do, like what I've been up to. And I told him like, "Oh yeah, I threw this party." And he was like, "Dude, I heard about that shit. Like I heard it was like the craziest thing." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, it's like everywhere." So apparently like people are still talking about it. So I don't know, crazy stuff, man.